Parenting tip number 66 has to do with empowering your children with choices. Many times, kids, especially the young ones, will have temper tantrums. So, you use choices to give them a little power. So, if they don't want to go to bed at the assigned time, say bedtime is at 8 o'clock, it's 7:45. You can give them an option. Do you want to go to sleep at 8 o'clock or 8:10? And that way, both choices have to be choices that you're okay with. If they don't want to get a shot, do you want to get the shot in your left arm or your right arm? And it sounds so simplistic, but when kids have the power or they feel that they are empowered with the ability to choose, oftentimes the temper tantrums don't exist anymore because they feel a little bit empowered on what choices they have. I had someone who hated playing soccer, and her parents forced her to play soccer for 10 years. That would be my greatest nightmare. I am not into sports. I'm so thankful my parents never pushed me into sports, but my dad made me do some kind of activity that I had to do on a regular basis. So I chose ballet. And then after a year, I decided I don't want to do ballet because I didn't like the rehearsal. So I chose the Girl Scouts. But I remember he always said that I had to do something that would, help me grow in a particular area or just not sit at home watching TV and, doing nothing. So if your kids hate a certain sport, give them an option. The child that I tutored who was forced to play soccer chose to learn how to play the ukulele. And she was so happy that she finally got to make a choice in her extracurricular activity. So even when it comes to homework, whenever I enter a student's virtual tutoring session before it was in their home, I would always ask, okay, so which assignment do you want to tackle first? None. Then I would say, what do you have? Okay, do you want to do math, science, or English first? Sometimes I suggest that they get the hardest assignment over with. If they really don't want to do any academics, then I'll say, you know what? Let's start off with a 2-minute memory game and then, get them in a little bit more optimistic mood. And then we do the easier assignment first. And then you slowly get them to do the assignment that they don't want, and you can always, do you want to do the English assignment? Suppose it's an essay. Do you want to start on it at 3 o'clock or do you want to start on it at 3:30? Do you want to reward yourself with an hour of playing video games after you do the first draft of your essay or after you finish X number of problems? But knowing that a child has choices will really create a much more positive learning environment. Your home environment might be a little bit more peaceful because you're not nagging at them. You've got to do your homework. Did you do your homework? When are you going to start your homework? When's the deadline? Did you log in and find out what your homework is? Did you study for the test? So instead of becoming the nagging parent, which often brings about negative results, try to do positive parenting strategies. And the strategy of offering choices can sometimes open your world or the child's world in just a much more open minded, you know, mindset where they don't mind doing the dreaded chore because they know that they have a little bit of choice on either when to do it, how long that they need to, clean the room. Hey, you know what? Do you want to clean your room for about 20 minutes or for 30 minutes? Right? They might choose the shorter time, but at least you have your child focused on the dreaded task that you've been wanting them to do for days or weeks or months. And you just keep on doing the choices. Just, it's almost the way, can you imagine going to a restaurant and you have no choice over what you want to eat? Because every time, like, your husband chooses or the waiter chooses, and you really feel disempowered when it comes to choosing what you want to eat. So in a kid's life, they feel like they don't really have much choice in, what they eat, what they do, what they wear sometimes. because, the parent might be like, "What, are you going to wear that? Don't wear that." I had a mom who chose what her son wore for a picture taking day for a senior year, or what he's going to, the colors he's going to wear for prom, the flowers he's going to choose for his date. And sometimes, they don't mind, but other times it really does make them feel that their choices don't even matter. So that's parenting tip number 65. Thank you for watching. Bye.